Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Libra for December of 2012. This also applies if you have a Libra ascendant. So my dear Librans, this month is going to be a big focus on your social life, on your home, your relationships, and of course your work. So let's start out with your finances, because for many of you, finances have certainly been up and down, and many of you with Saturn in that second house are having to learn how to restructure your finances, having to maybe be fairly frugal, economize, and watch how you're spending money. But it's also a wonderful time with Venus for the first couple of weeks of this month in that house of finance is going to enable you to attract some money, to attract finance to you. Maybe a new business opportunity coming in, but something that really may take your eye, take your fancy, and could produce you some good money. With Saturn there, you're going to have to structure it well. You're going to have to make sure that you feel as though you're in control of the situation, not as though you've given your control away with your finances. With Saturn, it's really a time to take control of the finances. But really, this should bring something nice in to you for the first couple of weeks. Careful that you're not too extravagant, because with Venus there is a tendency to see something beautiful and to just buy it. So just make sure you're aware and you are not going into debt to buy something nice, especially for this holiday season. We've got a new moon coming up on the 13th of the month, and that is in your third house. So there's a lot going on in the third house this month. So Librans, socially, this should be a wonderful time. Time for doing lots of visits here and there and everywhere, for meeting up with different kinds of people. It's a wonderful time for learning something new. You might want to embark on a new course of study, or you might want to teach something to some people, whatever you've learned that you're passionate about. Wonderful time to do that. I also think you're going to feel as though you've got some easy associations with the people around you. And it could bring in a new friend or two as well. We've got Mars in your house of home and family, so and Pluto there, of course, as well. So there's been a lot going on with your home situation. Many of you have been feeling unsettled. Many of you have been feeling as though you want to move away or move home, and maybe feeling as though you can't, as though there's certain restriction there. With Mars coming into this fourth house, there could be some conflicts, there could be some disagreements with the people around you. But it's also a very good time for moving, time to move from where you are. So maybe it's a decision to move state, to relocate to somewhere new. This would be a good time to put the wheels into action with that Mars there. There could be some disputes over land or over property, but now is a time to act on it and not allow something to slide away from you. Towards the end of the month, we've got Mars into your fifth house. This is a wonderful time for doing anything sporty, anything athletic, anything that involves games and playing and enjoyment, and also doing something with children. And it's also a time as well for doing something very creative. Many of you are very creative, my dear Librans. So a wonderful time to put energy either into a business that you've got or into your creativity, whether you're musical, whether you write, whatever it is, particularly towards the end of the month. I know you've got Uranus in your house of relationship, and I know, Librans, relationships feel as though in many ways they're on a roller coaster, and they will be. It's important that you allow yourself to have people come in and out of your life. Some will come in and out, some may stay a little longer, but don't try and hold on. Just have them for as long as they're exciting in your life, and then allow them to go. Keep that excitement alive. And you may find yourself in a long distance relationship because of this, so that you can keep that excitement alive. Because it is important, even if you are with somebody for a long, long time, sometimes that excitement wanes a little. With Uranus in that seventh house, you're not going to allow it to wane. So either relationships will end abruptly, or you will have to recreate them, reinvent them, make them new so that they are sparkly and exciting. With Jupiter in your ninth, this brings people from abroad to you and opportunities overseas. So keep that in mind, and you may be planning for a nice long distance trip in the new year. Thank you very much for listening, and you may want to find out what 2013 has in store for you. And of course, I'd be delighted to do a reading if you'd like to get in touch. I want to wish you all a very happy, healthy, successful 2013. Thank you very much for listening and for passing on these videos and for liking and favouriting them. Thank you. Bye for now.